morning, everyone. It is November 11th, 2024, and we are going to go over what sold on eBay this week. It hasn't been super crazy on eBay. Again, I expected better for quarter four coming into the holiday season, thinking that some more new items would start picking up and selling. Again, like I'm seeing it across the board with other eBayers, where there's like this ebb and flow of sales where you'll have like say 1 week where you have a ton of sales and other weeks where it's like crickets. This is my cricket week. So we will quickly go over what sold though, and we are going to start with this enamel pin. I got this in the Goodwill bins. Sometimes when you look at the bottom of the bins and look at all the tiny stuff, there's some amazing stuff in there. Found this little CWU. I had no idea what it was, so I had to Google it, and Google lens it. But it's just like a little enamel pin that I found at the bottom of the bins. Probably cost me 2 cents. I don't know. But guess what? Like, it sold for $19.99, and it wasn't up for very long either, so that was pretty impressive. Next item that sold is this Calvin Klein Infinity Scarf. I actually got this at a garage sale. A lady had a table of just all clothes and stuff, and she's like $1 a piece, everything over there. Of course, I looked for tags, and I found this bad boy. Manufacturer's suggested retail price is $58 on this. So I felt like listing it for $24.99 was fair, and it must have been because someone bought it. And this wasn't listed for very long either. This was listed about 2 weeks before it sold. I am always buying Littlest Pet Shop. That is my side hustle over on Whatnot. And I tell you, I find these stupid things mixed into them more often than not. These are actually, they can be mistaken as LPS. When I first started selling, I thought they were too. I just thought they were like a different generation or something. But they're actually Bratz pets. If you're familiar with the Bratz dolls, apparently they made a line of pets. I mean, as a reseller, you learn all sorts of random knowledge. So when I find these in my lots, I pluck them out and I pile them up and I sell them. And so this is 80 of these Bratz dolls pets, that I sold for $89.99. If you're familiar at all with the Littlest Pet Shop world, there are these tackle boxes that everybody loves. Unfortunately, they are always missing their latches and the little dividers. The dividers used to be cardboard. So my dad and I were like, we need to solve a problem that needs to be solved. So my dad was able to figure out a way to 3D print replacement latches, as well as some nice dividers. These dividers are miles above what actually originally came with it. The cardboard dividers that came with it, like you flipped it over and it was taped up, like it just, I don't know. These are way cooler. So I've had my dad make a bunch of these so that I can rehab these tackle boxes. So this was one that we added an aftermarket latch and dividers that we made to complete this, as well as I sold it with over 80 of the newer generation pets, which don't sell for me, and was able to sell this for $149.99. Everybody loves Scentsy stuff, and for a reason. It's decent quality, and their wax melts are amazing. I'm like always tempted to keep these, but I know they sell really well. These are all unused full wax melts. There's some Disney ones that went with the Scentsy that kind of matched with some of the Disney Scentsy items. But all of these were new. I get these either in the bins, garage sales, thrift stores. When you find these, grab them, because when you lot them up, they sell for pretty decent money. There were 19 here, and they sold for $94.99 in about a month. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I used to love these stupid puzzles. Like they're like it's a square puzzle. There's literally 9 pieces, but the designs you have to match, and it's almost frustrating. Anywho, so like I knew about these, and I do find them in the Goodwill bins, garage sales, things like that. And I've learned to pick them up because they actually sell really well. So I would typically pay 50 cents to $1 for a set. They do sell much better if they have these little binder sleeves. Like there's little holes on there so you can put it in a binder for storage. So if you find them and they have all the pieces, Definitely pick them up because they do sell well. These two, they are frogs and baseball themed, and they sold for $14.99. I wish I remembered what I paid for these. So I got these along with several other Scentsy buddies and like a whole bunch of Scentsy wax melts, which were probably integrated into that last lot we just talked about, actually. But I made a deal at a garage sale with this lady. She was getting out of selling Scentsy. She had a whole table full of it, and I him-hawed with her, and I remember getting a really, really kick-ass deal. Can I remember now? No, I cannot. I did list these soon after I got them, so they were listed back in May. I don't think I've price dropped these. I haven't been doing price drops as much as I used to, just because of the sheer amount of items I have in my store right now, that every Friday going through and dropping prices is just like not happening. But I do, like, I'll sort my current active listings by like how many watchers they have, and then I'll drop down prices on that stuff. But these I think have remained untouched since I listed them. And they came with the new scent packs, their boxes, Lady and the Tramp, super adorable, and they sold for $69.99. I was half tempted to keep this game for my kiddos because they both have DSs, and they like the B movie. I mean, come on, it's a great movie. It really is, with Jerry Seinfeld. But you know, I decided to listen anyway. I will probably end up getting the same game in a big, huge lot for really cheap somewhere anyway for them. They are also very rough with their video games, so giving them a complete in box game sounds like a horrible idea. So instead, I sold it. So I got these. Actually, my mom handed these to me. She found these in the Goodwill bins. So this didn't cost a whole lot to begin with, and sold for $9.99. I'm still working on some of my Pokemon plush. This is one of the Wicked Cool Toys ones with the tags. It is a 7-inch Rowlet, and it's sold for $10.99. Pretty much anything How to Train Your Dragon is a decent sell, especially when it comes to Toothless and Light Fury. I have sold this exact same plush several times. This one does not have the wings though. He'll go for more if he has the wings. I know a while back I sold a set with both him and the Light Fury both with their wings, and that went really well. But he doesn't have his wings. Otherwise, he checked out fine, and he sold for $10.99. I want to say I got this at a garage sale for like $1. But yeah, anything Toothless or Light Fury typically will be a quick sale. I've been picking these up when I find them in the Goodwill bins. I don't find that they do anything super crazy. I probably won't be picking up any more. These took a while to sell. And there's like different like generations of them, and sometimes there's different brands, and I'm just like, I don't know enough about these to really be reselling them. Since there was nothing very exciting about this lot, I listed it for $9.99, and it took about 2 months to sell anyway. So probably won't be picking up any more of these. These are the last of the ones that I had. So one very desirable set of pet triplets for the Littlest Pet Shop is these bear triplets. They are so stinking cute, guys. Like, look at them. They have their little tongues hanging out. Ugh. So cute. Anywho, in several lots, I ended up piecing these together, and they come with what I believe are the original accessories: the little honey pot and the campfire with the marshmallows, and this cute little tent that they come in. So I have sold these bears in my Whatnot auctions. They don't go for a whole lot, like 20-ish maybe. So I put these up on eBay. They literally sold within a day for $49.99. In addition to selling rehabbed tackle boxes with our 3D printed latch and dividers, I also decided to sell some of them separately. So here's a complete set for someone looking to complete theirs. Here is like the actual side-by-side comparison of the latches. The one on the right is the original latch, and the one on the left is our 3D printed latch, and it looks pretty good. We can't quite seem to match the color. We did order some pink that was supposed to match the pink of the latch, the original latch, and it's more of like almost a hot pink. I actually kind of like this pale pastel pink one better. So I think we're going to probably just get more of this color. So yeah, so I was selling the dividers and the latch, and they sold for $34.99. Not too shabby. This little guy is so cute. He is a little Scentsy buddy. I mean, his face, I think he's been washed and his face got a little goofy. But he is clean and adorable. And I'm really excited because he still sold for $10.99, and I think I got this one in the Goodwill bin, so I probably paid 40-50 cents for him. Here's a good example of our newer pink latch and divider sets. As you can see, it's a lot brighter. I feel like it's almost like a hot pink. I don't know. I don't know. I think I like the pale pink better, honestly. But I have 3 rolls of this filament, so we're using it. Also paired this up with several new gens. I have, I think I have 2 more boxes, storage boxes to rehab. And then I have one like literally on its way. I bought a lot yesterday that came with one with no latch and no dividers. So we are definitely going to rehab that. This is a perfect way for me to get rid of some of my McDonald LPS and the newer gen LPS that not a lot of people want anyway. So yeah, this one, the tackle boxes, if I get them in a lot, I got the pets and then it kind of just came with one. Like I don't figure it into the price. So I kind of feel like some of these tackle boxes I'm getting for free. And then some of them, if they have the tackle box and pets I want, I might make a little bit more of an offer, knowing that I can rehab the tackle boxes now. So it's kind of changed my game plan, but I am definitely selling these rehabbed just fine. A complete tackle box will typically go for about $70 to $80, depending on the condition of the stickers and the rest of the box. So this one was pretty decent and sold what, I think within a day or two of actually listing it for $109.99. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the VTech V-Smile. It is like a game system. It's like a video game system with learning games, right? And like here's some of the games that you can get: the Alphabet Park Adventure, Action Mania, Disney Cinderella, Zazu's Earth Adventure, Spider-Man and Friends. I was really excited to get a working set at the Goodwill bins one day, and then they played with it for a few days and the thing died. And then it became like super finicky if it would work or not. So I got it to work long enough to test a crap ton of games and make sure they work before it crapped out again. And then I think it's listed actually on eBay is the console for parts because it's not working. But these do all work, and they sold for $21.99. And last but not least, we have this Lolita wine glass. If I find these cheap enough, I will grab them. They do sell. I love it when they come in their box with a little styrofoam because that makes them easier to ship for me. You know, anything glassware, you're always a little bit nervous. But this is an anniversary one. It is retired. It is cute. It has its container. And I probably paid $1 or $2 for it. It's kind of where I max out on these anyway. And it sold for $19.99. So that is all I have. I am going to be packing up here in a bit to head to my mom's. We're doing a $5 flat rate box sale on Whatnot to help her get rid of some of her old resale items. And that's been going really well. Our last show, we did amazing, almost sold all the boxes. So we are hoping to get to the point where every box she makes sells. And I don't think it's going to take very long if we keep doing what we're doing. So not a whole lot going on eBay, but a lot going on Whatnot. If you want to find me on Whatnot, I'm under the exact same name, the Diva of Deals, doing my LPS shows and these box sales. We have finagled in some other different niches on Whatnot, but I feel like LPS is my home there. And I'm really hoping these box sales really take off for my mom because we do have 2 big storage units and a 3-car garage full of stuff to get rid of. And I think this is the most effective way of doing it. So you guys all have a great week, and I will see you next Monday.